I, F18, have moderate hearing loss. I lost hearing over the years with many ear-related incidents. I wear hearing aids to hear people talk sometimes, but I mainly use them at school. When I start my school year I tell the teacher that I wear hearing aids and they normally put me next to their desks so I can hear them without the use of my hearing aids. In one of my classes I have a girl Lily. Lily likes to yell at people to get them to come to her instead of getting up to talk to them. No matter who tells her to stop she won't. The teacher stopped trying to get her to stop a long time ago. In this class we have to take notes. Lily missed notes day and the teacher told her to find someone with notes. No one near her wanted to give her the notes, so she chose me. I was on the opposite side of the room and she began yelling at me. She has done this all year and it was annoying. I didn't look at her. I just kept working on other schoolwork. I wasn't going to give her special treatment because she was lazy. She had no mobility issues. She just doesn't want to walk to other people. She kept getting louder and more frustrated that I wasn't going to her. She yelled at me for 10 minutes before she stood up and walked over to me. She was very mad at me and kept saying that it was stupid that I didn't go to her and that she shouldn't have to stand up. She very loudly asked, "What, are you deaf?" The entire class was watching us. I have no idea where the teacher was. I slowly turned to her before taking out the case that has my hearing aids in it and made a show of putting them in. I then very loudly asked her what. She got very red in the face and then turned around and walked back to her seat. No one in that class knew I wore hearing aids because my hair covers them. My sister said it was mean of me to do that to her because she didn't know and I wasn't wearing my hearing aids and I could hear her because she was very loud. So, Eta. Edit. Thanks for the awards. Edit 2. I posted this over 12 hours ago and I wasn't expecting to get over 700 comments and 10 awards. Thank you, kind strangers. This is my first ever post. Hopefully she'll stop now and think before she speaks. NTA. Or before screaming at someone across a room. Wait, so the teacher lets her scream like that all the time? She screamed for 10 minutes straight and they didn't tell her to calm down. It doesn't matter what the teacher says, she doesn't listen. She's been suspended many times already for stuff like that. Also, the teacher wasn't in the room. She left after telling her to get notes. No clue where she was. NTA. Tell your sister that the girl had no right to be rude. The hearing aids don't matter. Op, you are a hero. This is glorious, just desserts you have dished up to this belligerent asshole. NTA. I agree. One of my better moments. NTA. That had to be a one in a lifetime opportunity way to respond to "Are you deaf?" That's gold. She probably will never try to talk to you again. As someone who has worn hearing aids for over 30 years, these opportunities come up more often than one might think. Not always with such flourish, but people are obnoxious and think it's appropriate to tell random people to turn up their bell tones. I've had many opportunities to watch these people melt in place when sincerely telling them mine are already turned up. NTA. Also, that was very funny. Maybe she will learn a lesson. Let's face it, she probably won't. At best, she probably won't talk to Op again. At worst, she will ignore the lesson entirely or even start bullying Op more to save face. I still say NTA Op, and I do hope it works out good for Op, at least with lazy girl leaving Op alone. NTA. Hopefully she learned a valuable lesson about how to interact with people she doesn't know. My 8-year-old yells for me from the opposite side of the house. I pretend not to hear him until he comes to where I'm to talk to me. Yesterday was about a minute of calling me before coming to where I was to ask if his brother was in the basement. I don't know, bro. Why don't you go down there and look? Hahaha, good on you. A lot of parents seem to cater to this. It's simply children learning they can figure things out for themselves without running to mommy or daddy. But it seems like many of them don't learn this lesson because people forget they're supposed to teach them rather than answer everything for them. NTA. She got what she deserved. What, are you deaf? You put in your hearing aids. Her thoughts, oh shit, she is. Oh god. Everyone in the class just saw me make a complete fool out of myself by asking her an insensitive question. She just learned a hard lesson of what happens when you assume everyone is able-bodied. Not everyone is, and she's an star. Not knowing that you wear hearing aids is no excuse for her behavior. She was rude and has been rude for a long time. Hopefully, this curtails her yelling across the room at people, because she'll never be able to tell who can and can't hear her. I can't stand it when someone does something like this that is incredibly rude and based on assumptions. Then they get all defensive and try to excuse the behavior with, well, I didn't know. My response, that's the point. You knew F*** all and decided to open your pie hole anyway. Next time don't assume, ask politely. NTA that is perfect. She sounds like a nightmare to have to share class with. NTA. In fact I'm going to take the VAD up on their offer of hearing aids for me, just so I can say as a matter of fact. NTA someone had to call her out, and it sounds like you did it in a hilarious, harmless, and creative way. NTA. And badass. Well done. NTA your sister is a spoilsport. That was a perfect non-confrontational way to manage that interaction. NTA. Your sister is wrong. Even if you weren't deaf, that girl in your class is just being an ass. If she was embarrassed there was a reason, but it's not your fault that the girl in your class lacks basic decency. I bet this was a very good lesson for that girl to learn. Also, this was so epic of you. I love what you did. NTA. Perfect execution. I never could have done that when I was your age. Props. You're like a superhero to me. NTA. LMAO. As a fellow hearing impaired this made my whole day. What a story to wake up to. NTA this was a solid read. I love it. Pillies. That was a good one. Even if I didn't have hearing aids I would have done similar. Who made her the princess of the lazy asses? NTA. Good job. The teacher needs to punt her out of class every time she yells like that. Well played. NTA. As a fellow hearing aid wearer, 70/30 hearing, I applaud you. NTA. If I'd have been the teacher I would have said, Lily, now you have the notes. Can you walk to the headmaster's office and explain to him for me please what just happened? 1. Why does she expect you to walk to her if she won't walk to you? There's some double standard / big ego / entitlement / pride / something wrong here. 2. That's a great dramatic effect. Hope she learned her lesson about watching her words. Maybe one day she can learn respect and maturity as well. Vertical bar. We need another acronym like YITH. You're the hero. Maybe, you're the clit. NTA. She was rude and insensitive. And what did you actually do? Listen? NTA. NTA. And I don't understand how your sister thinks you were mean for that. Hearing aids or not, that Lily kid shouldn't have been so rude. I highly doubt any teacher would allow a student to shout across the room for 10 minutes. NTA but your sister is an a-hole too. I hate people that go out of their way to excuse others' terrible behavior, especially when it's complete strangers. You did literally nothing wrong. Make sure you take a complete stranger's side the next time your sister comes to you with an issue.